Are you single? Oh my god. What is single? Define the word single. What does it mean? Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is the one, the only, ThatBaddieMel, and today I have a fun little video prepared for you guys. I asked a couple of you guys to send me questions that they wanted me to answer on my platform. It could be questions related to me, it could be questions about anything, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so the first question is, what is your full name? Okay, so my full name is ThatBaddieMel. Kidding. So my full name is Melinda Khatlarang Raperikisi. So Melinda, I was named by my father actually. He named me after some journalist who used to work for CNN back in the 90s. I forgot her full name. Melinda also means honey in Greek, which is very true because I'm the sweetest person ever. And then Khatlarang comes from my paternal grandmother. I was named after my grandmother, my dad's mom from Kanye. Her name was Khatlarang, and I love that name so much. If it was up to me, Khatlarang would be my first name, and Melinda would be the middle name. The second question is, where did I grow up? So I grew up in Francistown. I was born in Madinari. My mom is from Madinari, so I was born in Madinari. I grew up in Francistown and then moved back to Madinari and then moved to Palape and then now I'm in Gaborone. So my childhood was all over the place and I love it because I have lived in diverse areas. So I'm not really from one place, I believe, because all these places molded my childhood. So I don't know if I answered your question, but yeah, that's me. And then the third question is, what are my hobbies? Okay guys, are we gonna get to the juicy questions? My hobbies. Okay, I love anything creative. So YouTube, design, creative design. I love reading like self-help motivation books. I love tennis. I don't really know how to play it, but in my mind I'm like the greatest tennis player. Hobbies, music, definitely rap. Um, is debate a hobby? Because I debated for my entire academic life and I was the best. I actually have a trophy to prove my point. As a national debate champion. So yeah, hobbies. I don't know. Those are my hobbies. I don't know what else I could say my hobby is. How many pairs of shoes do I own? I don't own a lot of shoes. But I have quite a lot. I can't count them. Okay, this one is from Macy. I'm gonna call you out. It's from Macy. Macy asks, how adulting is treating me so far. She did that on purpose because she knows that I do not like adulting. I feel robbed, I feel cheated, I feel like it's not fair that adulting should be this hard. I'm just a small little pretty girl. Adulting has been an interesting arc in my journey. There's pros and cons. I love the freedom. I love the freedom that comes with being an adult, making my own decisions, being able to move wherever I want to and create the type of life that I want. The cons is that adulting is very expensive, very expensive and very tedious, and also emotionally draining because with growing up, I realized that there's certain expectations from family and people around you that if you do not create, what are these things called, boundaries, you will go crazy. So that's all I'm gonna say about adulting. Thank you, Macy, for that question, and you know I don't like that question. Okay, so what do you like most about yourself? I think I like the fact that I'm very bubbly, so it allows me to be able to connect with a lot of people and make friends easily and get in, be like, it also gives me confidence to go after what I want and be the Betty that I am. So I'll say that my bubbly personality. Growing up, I used to think it was a bad thing because people used to say, oh, wow, like this person. I used to think it was a very bad thing, and at one point I remember I kind of like took a step back as I was becoming older. But then when I entered the corporate space, I was like, fuck it. Actually, this is a superpower of mine. Like, it has allowed me to get into rooms where I didn't expect to be in. It has allowed me to be mentioned by people who you would never think that they would mention me, and that just shows that my confidence is good. Okay. And then what is my favorite color, guys? Favorite color, obviously. Let's all say it. 3, 2, 1. Pink. All right. Which one of your parents do you resemble the most? My dad. Well, I'm a mix between my dad and my mom, but I'm mostly my dad. I get my physical attributes like my small head, my ears, my nose, my eyes from my dad. And then my mom is the lips, the dark lips. And I don't know, sometimes I take pictures and I'm like, damn, why is my mom doing in my phone? And then I'm like, that's me. I would say a mix, but majority moving towards my dad's side. What is my all-time favorite movie? Anything by Julia Roberts. Pretty Woman. Notting Hill. My best friend's wedding. I watch that movie once every month. Eat, Pray, Love. I also love anything like romance, like that makes you cry. The last movie that made me cry was what is this movie? Netflix. It is about a couple that realize that relationship is not going to work, and it just becomes an emotional roller coaster. I will try to put a picture of the movie somewhere here, but yeah. But anytime a character in a movie cries, I cry. I'm that type of person. And then, who is your favorite artist? Okay, I'll give you my top 5 favorite artists in no particular order. There is an order. In no particular order. Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Drake, Ariana Grande, Wonder Season. Did I mention that I have a little help with these questions? Okay, what is your favorite thing about your current workplace, and do you see yourself being there for a long time? my most favorite thing about my workplace right now, I think it's the flexibility. Like, it's not really it's not strenuous. It's also not binding in terms of like the atmosphere. So you find like somebody who works in finance could spend Monday to Friday at operations table or something. Like, we are flexible like that, and that I think is good because it promotes stuff bonding and like just us getting to know each other and stuff. And like, you get to dress however you want to dress. If you want to be formal, you can be formal. If you want to be casual, you can be casual. I also like that the atmosphere is changing, like almost like we're breaking down barriers of like accessibility. Like, I can access a manager, I can access an executive, I can access whoever I want to access. And I like that because it creates open communication. Do I see myself there longer? Yes, I do. I'm one of those people who loves that job, and then I also enjoy the company that I'm at right now. So I also love corporate. Like, I used to be ashamed to admit it, but I love corporate. I know like not everybody has good experiences with corporate, but I take those bad experiences and try to like turn them upside down and make them positive because of my bubbly personality. I do have bad days, but one day out of a week, and then 4 good days out of a week. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be there for a long time. But in terms of like, now that we're talking about work, I plan on retiring at 40. Like, that's my mission. I plan on climbing the corporate ladder as fast as I can, making positive change to wherever I am, and then making room and space for other young women to shine and take up spot, and also talented people, just not just young women, but talented people, and then I exit gracefully. What am I most insecure about? Okay, I'm most insecure about my tiny frame. Okay, I know, like, you know, my size, people like, oh, you're so nice, you know, like, cherish that body. One day you're gonna wake up and it's not gonna be there. If I was you, I'd like be showing it off, blah, blah. But like, I feel like my tiny frame sometimes, not all the time, makes people look at me and still see a baby, and still see a child. I've had experiences where I'm overlooked, or my opinions are not valued as much because some don't wanna, you know, blah 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 blah. I mean, because of how I look, but I always take it with open arms. You know, I always let them say whatever they need to say, especially when we're in meetings, or especially when we're trying to do something and then somebody just tries to overlook me because of how I look, and then I open my mouth and then show them that actually dynamites do come in small packages.
And that's on period.
What is the biggest lesson life is teaching you right now? Ooh, that's a good question. The biggest lesson that life is teaching me right now is, there's so many. First of all, I've learned that detaching from people who bring negativity and who don't make me feel good about myself is actually a healthy thing to do. Life is also teaching me that I am the architect of my life, and whatever decision I make is gonna have a good effect or a bad effect. And I'm learning that to trust God more. To trust God more. I know it's a cliche, but the let go and let God is actually a big thing in my life right now, and I get emotional thinking about it. But like 2 years ago, I wasn't where I am right now, and it was a dream for me to be where I am right now, and it was only because of God. So, what inspires you?
Here comes the money, 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 money. Dollar, dollar.
Okay, what inspires me the most is the things that I want to achieve, the goals that I have set for myself. Like, I know my potential, I know how far I can go, and I know that there's nothing that I cannot do if I put my mind to. So the things that I want, you know, it could be a house, it could be a car, it could be a certain career, it could be this thing. For me, those things are my driving energy, they're my fuel, like my fuel. So I'm inspired by my dreams and my ambition. Alright. What is the first thing you notice about people? Okay, here's the thing. If I crack a joke, if it's the first time we're meeting and it's like, and then I crack a joke and you're not quick to catch it, I doubt if we could be friends, because I like to think that I have a great sense of humor. I'm very sarcastic, and sometimes people don't get my humor, but when they do, they find me to be very funny. So the first thing I notice about people is, are you able to catch up, to keep up with me in my fire? Also, if the first thing I also notice about people is, like, I ask questions, like philosophical questions, like, what do you want to do, where do you see yourself, and your answers always tell me if we're gonna be friends, or answers tell me the kind of person that you are. Actually, my cousin says that I'm in the wrong career because I am able to read and analyze people to a T and tell you that the reason you behave is because of this, and it's always correct. So yeah, I don't know if I answered the question. Are you single? Oh my God.
No, ma'am.
What is single? Define the word single. What does it mean? No, I'm not single, guys. I'm not single. Goodness, I'm not single. I'm in a relationship, and I'm happy. not single. What is your favorite childhood memory? Ooh. Okay, so my dad used to do this thing where every month end on Friday, he comes to my school and he would pull me from school, and then we get in his car and we drive to Kanye and we spend the weekend in Kanye. That is my favorite childhood memory. Every single weekend of month end, I knew that we would go on these father-daughter trips to Kanye, and I love them so much. How many boyfriends have you had? I'm sad to admit this as a baddie, that I was a late bloomer. Shocker. I was a late bloomer. I had my first serious boyfriend in senior school, and then went to varsity. I dated one guy in varsity. I've had 2 boyfriends. One is an ex, and the one we are still together.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
So, what is I think this person is trying to ask me what is my pet peeve. Like, things that annoy me. I hate when people chew gum next to me. I hate the sound of the smacking. I hate people who do not take accountability. I hate people who are okay with status quo, like finding things as they are, and we're just gonna do things as they are and keep it moving. And I also like people who don't clean up for themselves. I'm quite a neat freak. Like, if you've seen my previous vlog, I have white bedding, and that means I have to be clean. So me and Coco have been fighting a lot recently because Coco wants to get on top of my white linen, and I don't allow her. So. Okay. What is your favorite dish to make? This person asked this question on purpose, and I know who you are because I'm not a good cook, but I try. But I make mean ass dumplings and bishu. When did you have your first kiss? Baton. Okay. Like I said, late bloomer. Ugh. First kiss. Senior school.
Always lying to me. Why? You lying so much. Why?
Do you have any allergies? Yes. I am allergic to spices that I use to prepare Kentucky Fried Chicken, also known as KFC. I do not eat KFC. I don't even want to. I want to try some of the good dishes that I've heard, but I can't, because the minute I even just hold a piece of meat from KFC, you'll see my skin start having these. Yeah, that's what happens to me. So I only have crushes at KFC. So that is what I'm allergic to. I don't know if there's also an allergy, but well, yeah, and pollen too, because I'm asthmatic. I was about to say, I don't know if this is an allergy too, but the smell of rain, when rain meets sand and there's that little moldy smell, it wakes up my asthma. So I don't know if it's an allergy or whatever. What is your favorite quote? Easy. Marianne Williamson, Our Deepest Fear. Basically, the quote says, it questions why we are afraid to own up to our power. And I live by that quote. Yeah. Do you have a tattoo? No, I do not have a tattoo, but I'm planning on getting one before the end of this year. Also a belly button, so stay tuned for that. Favorite book? Easy. Paulo Coelho. Anything by Paulo Coelho. But my favorite book is The Alchemist. I don't know how many times I read that book. Every time I feel uninspired, I pick it up and I read it. The story of finding your purpose and going after your purpose regardless of whatever is happening around you. I like that. I love that. What is your favorite drink / cocktail? This one was asked by somebody who makes my cocktails. So, favorite drink? I like Coca-Cola. I'm ashamed to admit Coca-Cola or Fanta Orange, and then gin, Sprite. Yeah. Here's the funny thing. I can't drink cider. I can't drink lager or anything. It has to be gin or wine or like any other spirit. Like I can't stomach ciders. I don't know how people do it. I've tried. Like I remember 2 weeks ago I went out with my cousin to Rhapsodies, and she ordered me a Savannah, and I was like, I'm gonna be a Savannah girl. Yeah, after 3 sips I had to give it back to her because I tried. I can't. Do you? Okay, this is an interesting question. This is from somebody who we talk a lot about spiritual weirdness stuff. Do you believe in reincarnation? Yes, I do. I believe that we existed before, but in different physical bodies. Like I believe that in my past life, I was like an Egyptian princess. Yeah, I do believe like when I die, when my physical body dies, I'm gonna jump into another physical body, maybe in another dimension, in another realm of existence. Like there's infinite realities. So I believe that I deeply do. I believe in reincarnation and that I've been here before. How else do you explain deja vu? How else do you explain experiencing things in your mind telling you, wait, we've been here before? Make it make sense. And then this question says, when last did you have a crush? I can't say. I can't say because I crush on the same person over and over again. Like, I believe that my partner is like the hottest thing ever. Like every time I see his pictures, I'm like, God damn it.
That's a black king right there.
And then celebrity Jonathan Majors, David Beckham. Like, those are the two people who get my engine going. Okay. Are you a pet? Are you a dog person or cat person? Obviously, dog person. I have Coco. Would you forgive an ex if you caught them cheating? I will not forgive an ex. Actually, the boyfriend that I talked about in varsity who broke my heart cheated on me, and I couldn't forgive him because for me, trust is a thing. Also, it begs the question of, am I not good enough? And if you think I'm not good enough, then you're crazy because look at me. And also, like it's me. Like we have the whole thing here.
If consistency and queendomness was a person, darling.
So I don't think I can forgive a cheating ex. However, I know people who have forgiven their exes and they've moved on from it and are now in a better place. But for me, it's like once trust is broken, I can't. Are you a romantic? What was the last thing you did that was romantic, and what was the last thing that was done for you as something that's romantic? Yes, I believe in romance. I mean, like when I told you about my favorite movies, Julia Roberts, all rom-coms. The last thing that I did that was romantic was so my boyfriend came back from SA and I planned a cute little dinner situation for us. Ordered our favorite drinks, and candles lit, And the last thing that was done for me that was romantic was he has this thing of like he writes me long text messages that like just melt me, like the messages. Yes, like words of affirmation, like telling me how amazing, like this comfort, and like he knows what to say and when to say it because I always need it at the exact same time that he says it. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, do you sleep naked or do you sleep in pajamas? It depends on the weather. Sometimes I sleep with pajamas, sometimes I sleep naked. I feel like sleeping naked is the most freeing thing ever. Like I do it a lot and I enjoy that. You could advise your 10-year-old self, what would you say? I don't want to get emotional. I would say you are amazing, you are perfect just the way you are, and you are very intelligent. Look at the things that you achieved so far at 10 years old, like academically. Look at your intellect, how smart you are. Like, you read books that are the size of Bibles, and you watch Oprah as your comfort. So I would say relax, breathe, it gets better. It gets better. I believe we've come to the end of this video. I've lost daylight. And I just want to thank you for all the questions that you guys sent me. And I hope that we can do a part 2 of this, because I got a lot of questions and I want to do some of the other questions. And I hope that I answered them to the best of my abilities. Thank you for watching this. And listen, let's talk real quick. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, you're missing out. Please subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notifications so that every time I post a video, you get an instant notification. Because why aren't you subscribed? Why aren't you a baddie? Like, baddies are the most beautiful, ambitious, goal-driven people I know. Subscribing to my channel means you love yourself. Means you believe that you are a baddie. Like, you are determined and you're gonna get this. Like, come on, subscribe. Also, like this video. Liking this video and leaving a comment lets YouTube know that you think my content is amazing, and then YouTube also like pushes up to other people and I get new audiences. Like, don't you want me to grow? That is like, come on, let's talk about this. Like, what are we doing here? What games are we playing? Anyway, please leave a comment, like this video, tell me what you want to see more of this channel, and most importantly, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I love you.